The man was shocked to find that the captain was asleep, but the plane was still climbing high into the sky. He tried to wake the captain but realized he was already dead. Looking at the complex instrument panel, the man understood how unfamiliar this private jet was. He glanced at his family behind him, forced himself to stay calm, and tried to contact the control center. But his call for help was heard by his wife. She came into the cockpit and was shocked by what she saw. She wanted to perform CPR on the captain, but the cockpit was too small. She unbuckled the captain's seatbelt. His body fell onto the control stick. The plane went into a steep dive and rushed toward the ground. Luckily, she quickly moved the captain's body away, and the plane began to rise again under autopilot. They moved the captain into the cabin, but then the man noticed the altitude was still going up. They would soon die from a lack of oxygen. He had to take manual control of the plane. Following the instructions from the staff, the man turned off autopilot and pushed and pulled the control stick. At the same time, he asked for a runway to land. The staff guided him to lower the plane's altitude. The plane went from 5,100 meters down to 3,300 meters, but the plane kept drifting off course. The staff told him to fly west. Although it was his first time flying a plane, the man knew that was not the direction of the runway he asked for. It turned out the control center had changed the landing spot to a small airfield. Even if the plane crashed, it would cause less harm. The man did not like it, but he had no choice. The control center also kept a secret. A storm was coming to the small airfield. The man had to land within 40 minutes. Soon, the staff at the small airfield took over the situation, but none of their pilots had trained for small passenger jets. They built a simple model and began guiding the man to reduce speed and altitude. The plane reached the sky above the city. When the speed dropped to 280 miles per hour, the man lowered the landing gear, but then he found the plane was not lined up with the runway. It might crash. Seeing the ground getting closer, the man quickly pulled the plane back up. At that moment, the staff lost contact with him. The plane had entered the center of the storm. Luckily, the staff reached him again through the captain's satellite phone. With his wife's encouragement, the man flew over the city once more. This time, using what he had learned, he aimed for the right side of the runway. Just before touching the ground, he let go of the control stick. The plane landed roughly but safely. The man could not believe he was alive. For everyone, it was truly a miracle.